Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of that didn't work. The week of August 19th. And this week we are going to jump right in here. You have this day and night card. It says there is current disharmony due to existing differences in some matter. You have this dragonfly. It says shift your way of thinking and tackle the issue from a different angle. That's nice that those two cards kind of play nicely together, right? So again, you might have to get a new perspective on something that you are working on or dealing with. I do feel like this is like work or business related. So again, there might just be a different, here let me back up and say this. Dragonflies represent illusions. You have the Seven of Cups right here, which also kind of represents an illusion. And I feel like some of you could be dealing with something like in work or business where I don't think it's you. I think that you could be dealing with people or a group of people who are like what they are doing is an illusion. It's not. Maybe you're working on a work project and maybe, a person's ideas just aren't going to work, plain and simple. But it's almost as if the first row here is saying to me, to you, Cancer, that it's like you see that something isn't working, but other people don't see that something isn't working, right? So, really, I think that that this could just be you choosing to walk away. You have the Seven of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. I kind of feel like the Ten of Pentacles is saying that you're choosing to focus on your own Ten of Pentacles, right? Or you are choosing to focus on building your own Ten of Pentacles, whatever that means for you. Again, Ten of Pentacles is building, leaving a legacy. It is, creating nicer things in your life or kind of living the life you desire. The Seven of Cups is, again, confusion. And it seems to me like maybe a lot of you are kind of like trying to get out of confusing situations. Could be a job, a business, could be a relationship, could be anything. But, whatever it is, doesn't matter. I think that, it's Mercury retrograde, which most people think of Mercury retrograde as confusion. But really, if we are already in a confusing situation, Mercury retrograde can bring great clarity to whatever that is, and we can see what's wrong with it. And so, I kind of get the feeling here that, with those first two cards and this card here, that you are like seeing the truth of a matter, and maybe you're seeing that there's just like not enough energy to keep something going. And, plain and simple, right here, it's like Ten of Wands, Five of Cups to the Five of Swords. I love saying on the Seven of Pentacles, is the juice worth the squeeze? This right here is clearly not worth the squeeze. So it's almost like you could be in a situation where you're not getting any juice out of the situation. So again, if this is like a project you're working on, a business, a group of people that you work with or whatever, some of you could be choosing to walk away from that situation. You have the Ten of Pentacles. Again, at the beginning of the reading, I really felt that this was just saying that you are focused on building your own Ten of Pentacles, whatever that is for you. Could be building a business, a following, could just be building up your life. It could be getting a career that supports you. The list goes on and on there. But Ten of Pentacles really is everything you want and desire. I always say that the Ten of Pentacles is kind of like having it all. I don't think we ever truly have it all in life. That would defeat the purpose of life, and it would actually be pretty boring. I think people think they want it, but it would be boring because there would be nothing to work for. And so I feel for a lot of you that, but what I would say is I think that Ten of Pentacles is always an amazing thing to work for. It's like the ultimate goal. And so a lot of you are probably trying to create just a better life in general. You have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, I kind of feel like this is asking you to be protective of your energy. He's carrying too many burdens. Personally, I kind of like the Ten of Wands because that is his harvest. He planted those wands, and he is about to reach his home back here, and he is about to have a harvest. So, it's kind of like saying he has done a lot of work, but, and he is carrying a lot of burdens, but he's about to have a harvest. He's about to get some things that he wants and desires. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like, yeah, you are putting a lot of work into things, but I do feel there's like rewards coming in for you. But I also, sometimes think that, especially with this, that it's kind of like saying, you need to make sure that you're giving energy to things that, produce a result, especially with the Seven of Pentacles right next to it. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups with the Seven of Cups could be a dream. Like, sure, this could be love. Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor. But the Knight of Cups really is normally like looking into that cup, and he is trying to manifest a dream. He has this water flowing in front of him, but he's standing in the desert. And it kind of says that, he has everything he needs to plant seeds in front of this water and they will grow. And not only that, you go down to the Six of Pentacles here. And the Six of Pentacles is my card of planting new seeds. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like time to work towards your dream life, or it's time to start planting those seeds towards your dream life. And again, if there are things that are stealing your energy, or if there are other people's responsibilities that you're dealing with here with the Ten of Wands, it might be time to like put up some boundaries. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, it's like this is the juice that you actually want right here. This is what you want to experience. You don't want to be experiencing this. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be weighing your options this week and, deciding whether or not you're going to keep doing something or not. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, Nine of Cups is about fulfillment or wishes. So again, I still kind of feel good about the Ten of Wands. Like again, if you've been working on your own business, or if you've been working on your own career, if you've been, working even on yourself, the Nine of Cups would be kind of like a result. A lot of people read it as a wish. I look at the Nine of Cups as total fulfillment and also, being in alignment with what you want. So I feel for, and kind of along with that, if we are doing things for other people or, in other situations that are stealing our energy, then we are not in alignment. So I feel that to get the fulfillment, you have to get into alignment. And you even have your card, the Chariot, right here. The Chariot is as above, so below. He is being guided on that card by the universe because he's in alignment with exactly what he wants and nothing else, right? Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have the Sun card. It says, your perseverance is rewarded. Love it. You have this Unicorn. It says, good fortune and friendship. Love it. Definitely something very good coming in for you. I feel like something you've been waiting for. It says perseverance, but, it's like I almost feel like the Sun card is more saying that there's something you've been waiting for that's coming in for you. So you could be getting almost like a reward or a gift from the universe. You have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for something that you want. I feel like all your readings have been saying this here, Cancer. And we go down Chariot and the Strength card. This Chariot is the card of hard control. The Strength card is the card of soft control. So, it's like kind of like you are taking control of your reality right now. With the Chariot, we really have to be in alignment, and we have to grab onto the reins, even though there are no reins. Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. With the Strength card, it's soft control, which is more like you are working on your inner world so that it matches your outer world. And I think if you do those things, you're going to have a great week. You have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is needing to turn around and see these two cups so you can get the bridge and the castle. Five of Cups has a very easy solution. All the fives do. And I think that for some of you, he's grieving the loss over his taste for wine. The story of this card is that he no longer enjoys wine, but he once did enjoy it, and now he's sad that he doesn't still have wine in his life. But really, if he turned around, he would find something better. So I feel for a lot of you, it's time to release yourself from something. We even go to the Five of Swords, which would be like a separation or breaking away from something. You have the Tower right here. The Tower is coming up in the good stuff, but, of course, the Tower can still be that you are coming down to reality, or you're seeing the reality of a situation, or you're seeing the reality of an illusion. Those first three cards are clearly, talking about something that's an illusion. I think it's an illusion for another person. Like, if you're in a relationship with a person and it's not working, it's like they might be delusional. they might be the one that thinks it's going to work even though they don't do anything, right? If it's a business, same thing. It's like maybe your boss is delusional, or maybe you work on a group project and the people are delusional, but I think that you see it. It's like you see the reality. And so I think it's time for a change in direction. The Seven of Pentacles just, again, says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it to keep working on whatever you've been working on, or is there something better? And the Seven of Pentacles, like I said, is just a change of direction. He just is realizing that he's gotten everything he can out of something, and now it's time to change direction, and it's time for him to move on to something new. And I kind of feel like you are seeing that. With the Queen of Wands, you have the King of Cups. You have the King of Cups twice here. So it's like you could be the Queen of Wands. Like, you could be very attractive at this time, and you could be attracting a King of Cups type person. Could be another water sign. Could be a Leo. You have Leo right here. Could be another Cancer, Scorpio. It could be any sign, general reading. But, you basically have all water and Leo showing up here. So there you go. I would say that the King of Cups is usually very emotionally stable. King of Cups has, explored his emotions to a deep level. So it would be someone who's very emotionally stable. With the Five of Cups, you have the Temperance card. See, I feel like someone's going to try to convince you to fix something or change or to give something more time. But it's like, how much time? you know, is what I feel here. It's like temperance is not a bad card, but just like putting myself in your shoes intuitively, it's like, let's say you're walking away from a business or a job. It's like maybe your boss is like, oh, we just need, 6 more months or whatever. But it's like, I feel like if you give them more time, it's just going to be exactly the same. Nothing is going to change. So, it's like, I think you've seen enough evidence. It's like, at a certain, life has taught me that, at a certain point, it's like you have enough evidence to make a wise decision. And, here's the other thing as well. It's like sometimes I think people do things where it's like, they start a business with a friend or something like that. And they think like, and maybe the friend tries to say, we just need more time or whatever. But it's like maybe you have enough evidence that, they're not pulling their weight or that it's just not going to work. And it's like, that person believes in the illusion, but it's like you are believing in the reality. And it's like we only have so much time. So here on Earth, and it's a blink of an eye. So it's like I think that more time isn't going to change something. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Four of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you've been disappointed with the results you're getting. It's like you're kind of asking yourself, like, when am I finally going to, get that cup that fulfills me? And I'm not even talking about love here. I'm talking about everything, right? Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire. It's like you've manifested these things in front of you, but now you have another offer coming in for you. So I think there could be a solid new offer for something coming in for you. Or again, it doesn't even have to be an offer. It could be your dream. Like I said, with the Knight of Cups, you could be, starting a business or taking a risk. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this openness card and this voyage card. Yeah, I feel like you need to be open to a voyage. You have the Chariot and the King of Cups. The Chariot is about travel or adventure. The King of Cups has a boat behind him. I'll show you in a minute. And that boat kind of represents uncharted seas. It kind of represents going places you've never been before. And so I feel like doing that is going to be very, very good for you. You have the Five of Swords, the Chariot, and the Six of Pentacles. The Five of Swords, I feel, is just taking a risk. So I feel like for a lot of you that you're about to take some sort of risk, and I feel like it's going to pay off. You have the Chariot. The Chariot is setting himself apart. He's leaving that city behind him and he is just trusting that he's being guided in the right direction. Kind of like what I'm getting here is that if people are telling you that you're crazy for something that you're about to do, or if they're telling you not to do something, do it. I think that, everybody is exactly the same in the city behind him, right? So everybody is exactly the same. Do you want to be the same as everybody that's in your life right now? Probably not. And it doesn't even have to say that anything is wrong with those people. Just maybe you want more out of life. And I feel like the Chariot is kind of like saying, if people are telling you that you're crazy or that you're nuts to, go move to the middle of Alaska and homestead or whatever the hell you want to do, then I think you are right. They are wrong, right? They are staying stuck. I feel like you are expanding. And again, this isn't a judgment thing on them or anything. It's like you just want more, like I said. So I would do it. You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. Six of Pentacles is planting seeds, especially when it comes up with the Knight of Cups like this right here, down. Six of Pentacles says it's time to start planting seeds in a new direction and they will grow. So I think for a lot of you, it's time to start investing in those new projects. With the Five of Swords, you have the World. Yep, more travel stuff. So if you're traveling or if you're thinking about adventuring, really good. Also great for completion. The World can represent completion. So you could be wrapping up one cycle, and the World is kind of like a birth card because you're in the middle of the world here and you're being birthed into the other side. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be birthing through kind of like a portal and, rebirthing your life. With the Chariot, you have the Moon. The Moon is kind of like a period of fears, fantasies, illusions, things like that. But the Moon comes up, the Moon goes down. The Moon, nowhere on this card does it say stop. The Moon is about seeing your journey all the way through to the end and getting to these mountains back here and getting to the top of those mountains. It's part of the Fool's journey, and he needs to stay on his path. The whole point of the Moon is that the Fool needs to not get distracted on the goal that he's working towards. He has these two pillars right here, and the two pillars are like a distraction. They are really a reminder to the Fool that he needs to keep his eye on the prize and not get distracted. So, whatever goal you have right now, those two pillars are kind of like shiny object syndrome. Like, what's over here? Like, maybe I should make this change. I feel like the Moon is saying, like, no, you have a solid plan. Stick to the plan. It's going to work. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, like finding people who lift you up more. It's like I'm wondering if some of you are in a situation right now where it's like you're lower, right? And maybe you need to be the leader, or maybe you need to be the one that gets all the credit, right? So I think that sometimes I feel with the Three of Pentacles, it's like you're the one that's doing the actual work, so you deserve the credit. And maybe some of you just need to find like a work situation or a business where you get the credit. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this third quarter moon. It says adjustments are required. You have a south node. It says don't let the past hold you back. This is coming up in the good stuff, so clearly you're making the adjustments. And also clearly, based off this reading, I think you're walking away from things that no longer serve you. You have the Tower, the King of Cups, and the Strength card. Again, the Tower in the good stuff would say that you are healing from a Tower moment, or it would say that you have seen some sort of reality. The whole point of the Tower is that these people are ignoring reality, and now they're being brought back down to reality so that they can see things in life as they actually are. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are like coming down to reality with the Tower, and you're seeing the world or your life how it actually is, and this is probably allowing you to move forward or make progress. You have the King of Cups. Again, the King of Cups has this boat back here, and so I feel for a lot of you, you could be kind of stepping into uncharted seas, right? You could be doing things you've never done before, or going on adventures that you've never been on before, and I feel that this will be very fulfilling for you. I also feel like you could be exploring your emotions. Again, the King of Cups has explored his emotions to a very deep level. And so he understands like what his heart is telling him to do. So I think a lot of you could be exploring your heart so you know what to do in life. You have the Strength card. Again, soft control. Like I said, this is all about you taking control in your life, making things happen. The Strength card is about having developed yourself to a certain point. So that lion is submitting to her. The lion represents her inner voice, her inner critic, her inner demons. And she has worked on those things, and she continues to work on those things so that they don't control her life. And I feel like you have developed strength. With the Tower card, you have the High Priestess. Definitely time to trust your intuition. Some of you could be a Pisces here. You have Moon, you have the High Priestess, even the King of Cups. But, what I would also say about the High Priestess is that you're trusting your intuition. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is it wouldn't surprise me if there's a global Tower moment. In the last set of readings I did for the middle of the month, everybody had the Tower. You have the Tower here, and it wouldn't surprise me if like there was some sort of world leader stepping down or something like that. The crown is falling off the top of the Tower. Every time this happens to me in my reading, something happens. I'm sure tons of you have seen it. Like the last time this happened, the Queen died. The time before that, it was like the Queen of Germany stepped down or whatever. I don't know. It keeps happening. So, whatever. There you go. With the King of Cups, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands about taking the lead and really making things happen. So I think that for a lot of you, you could be taking the lead on something with the Two of Wands. And with the Strength card, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is about like knowledge and wisdom. You could be attracting a person, by the way, if you do want love, you could be attracting like a very mature person, someone who's like older than you. The King of Swords the King of Swords and the King of Cups can be a little bit hard to read. There could be, so you could be attracting like a mysterious person if you're looking for love. You have this Endurance card. So this card says, like I said with that, this guy here is also wrestling with a lion. So I think a lot of you could be working on like your emotions or your emotional state. You could be working on your inner strength as well, or developing strength or like personal development type stuff. And I think all of that would be a good idea for you. I also think that when we do that, we start to not resonate, with things from the past. So again, it's like maybe you used to resonate with a group of people and now you don't. And it's like you're just moving on to another group of people. So I really feel this is kind of going on here. You have this Flattery card. I'm actually just getting flirting on this card, so you could be meeting a new person that you start flirting with. I feel you really see eye to eye with this person. This card, it's like maybe in the past you were with a person where you really didn't see eye to eye, and it's like now you're meeting a person where you do see eye to eye. Like there's a lot of growth going on up here as well, so I think that this could be something where there's a lot of growth. I also feel like, again, you might have to break down this person's barriers, right? You have this King of Swords here. So again, some of you might be meeting a person that you're going to like soften up or something. I don't know. It's popping into my head. You have this Inspiration card. Yeah, I think you need to move towards your inspirations. This card says that there could be a lot the universe could be inspiring you through like sign symbols, synchronicities, or even sometimes I think if we just think about something, those moments where you're just like daydreaming, you're not really thinking about something, but you're daydreaming about an idea and you get super excited about it. It's like when you're in that meditative daydreamy space, you're not putting the limitations on whatever it is that you're trying to create, and it's like I think those moments are what is trying to inspire you. So again, if you think about something, you get excited, then you wake up from your daydream and you're like, oh no, I can't do it because of whatever limitation you're putting on yourself. I think this is saying like you need to follow those inspirations. They're trying to guide you. You have this status card. Yep, this is like my fancy couple card. So, clearly there's love coming in for those of you that want it. Could also be a Taurus. This is Jupiter in Taurus, but, could be any sign. You have like everything here. So could be any sign. And I do feel it's, this is my fancy couple card, like I said. So you could be creating a fancy thing with a person. I don't even know what that means. You have this exaltation card. Yeah, I like this card. This card just says the universe is blessing you. Didn't you have like a blessings card here, or am I making that up? I think I made that up, or what did it say? I don't know. But anyway, doesn't matter. I think that there could be blessings coming in for you. This card really says the universe is on your side, so love it. But this looks really good, Cancer. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.